me platicas, te pones nervioso como arquero. Viene el responde desde Ondigión. El servicio parece pasado, nuevo centro. ¡Gol!
I did not realize this league had that many graphics. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock hour of Trivia4THON3. Hashtag Trivia4THON, hashtag Trivia4THON3, hashtag we are, hashtag FDK, hashtag Smash Cancer. We are raising money for the Four Diamonds Pediatric Cancer Research Fund as part of Penn State's annual Thon event. The Four Diamonds Fund is a great organization. It covers the cost of children battling cancer at Penn State Hershey Children's Medical Center. We're doing this in tribute to my late father, John Regoli Jr., who passed away in 2018 due to brain cancer, as well as to our good friend Kevin the Smasher Smets, who is currently battling stage 3 colorectal cancer. He's winning his fight. We want to give the kids down at Hershey some hope that they can win theirs as well. And one of the things that both my dad and Kevin love, my dad loved, Kevin loves very much, is the world of sports. My dad was the biggest Pittsburgh Steelers fan, the biggest Arizona State University fan. He supported me being a Penn Stater, but I only know one sport, which is the sport where a bunch of sweaty people get into a cage and beat the living crap out of each other. We'll see how things go in this match, but we're trying to raise $3,000 by midnight tonight. If we do so, and you are the highest individual donor, I will get a tattoo of your choosing, which is also very stupid, but it's worth it for this great cause. Anyway, let's go to the hosts and my opponent, and then me again, so we can get this match underway.
This is my face when I realized that I might be able to pick a tattoo for Nico. I want to find out how much that donation is, and then you will get this beautiful face as a portrait, maybe. We'll see. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, your 38th favorite dad in the fan league community, Papa West, Jacob West, and I am here for a very special event. This is my first time personally partaking in Trivia4THON. Happens to be the third one. I say third time's the charm. So Nico, thank you for giving me a chance to partake in Trivia4THON. This is a great event, and yes, donate. Not just because you can make Nico look 20 times better with an amazing tattoo, just because it's a good cause. There are children dying, and if you're going to be that person who says all lives matter, don't children's lives matter too? Just saying. But anyways, the reason I am here is not to start a deep philosophical debate. It is for TMG trivia, but specifically TMG sports, just like that video that opened up this match said. We have a very special match. Nico asked me to handpick someone to take him on, to knock him out. And I turned it around and I said, you give me someone who you want to take on. So we have the person taking him on is one of the only people to actually win in this league so far, Sinister Alec Miller. Alec, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm excited to answer some trivias for a good cause. Nico is someone that I'm friends with here on the trivia leagues, and just looking forward to a really good, solid match between us two. We got some MMA on there, so it's going to be able to get that in there as well. But I'm looking forward to this. I love answering questions about people throwing balls around.
And kicking balls and holding. That got really bad really quickly. I'm going to stop myself right there. Thank you for that, Alec. Is there anything you're hoping for in this match today?
A win. I just mostly want to win and enjoy this drink that I have, this adult beverage I have here. So that's really all I'm looking forward to. Okay.
A great man with an even better beard than I did once say. Small chance of success, certainty of death. What are we waiting for? And Gimli, I'm sorry I butchered that line. I will get it right next time. I'm going to go ahead and bring in your opponent, someone we already talked to, Nico, who is very sure he is going to lose. But Nico, never count yourself out, because you never know how you're going to do, especially with my question writing in round one. There might be some softballs there. Might be some big fat curveballs. We don't know yet. Is there anything you're hoping for in this match?
That we keep this under an hour, for one thing. And also that this is just a fraction as good as the MMA trivia match that you will see in the next hour that Alec and I shot a few days ago, but you'll see it in 60 minutes from now. And that one was really good. Well, hopefully this will live up to that.
Hopefully this will be better. Giving me a time limit, I'm going to... Dang it, Alec. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and kind of start as I finagle myself around. There we go. The way TMG Sports works is 4 rounds to a finish. Throughout the entirety of the match, you will have 4 repeats to use. If you didn't hear the question, please let me know. I will give you a free one. If you need some extra time, if you just want to be that dick and make this go longer, give me that repeat. You have 4. There's also the challenge rule. If you didn't like the wording of a question, if you really want this to go over 60 minutes, throw out that challenge. I'll deliberate. I'll think about it. I probably won't give it to you. We'll see. It all depends. So we're going to go ahead and start off with round number 1, which this is the way it goes. Each round, or round number 1 is 10 questions. I will ask both of you at the exact same time. You will take your whiteboard, which both of you have. If you didn't have, you probably have a piece of paper, etch your sketch. Whatever. I don't care. Just something to write your answer on. I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to write your answer on it. Whenever I call your name, you're going to show me your answer and vocally tell me what your answer was. You get the question right, you get a point. You get it wrong, you get nothing. There are also no steals in this match, or in this round. Any questions before we get into it?
Nope.
Nope. So without further ado, let's get into this, starting off with question number 1, which comes in the category of the NFL. Peyton Manning became the first quarterback to win a Super Bowl with 2 teams. What 2 teams did he win the big game with? This obviously, I had to say first and not only, because this might change depending on the next couple of days. We'll see. Dating this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Alec.
That'd be the Colts and the Broncos.
And Nico.
I had the Broncos, but I had the Cowboys too.
Ooh, it was the Broncos and the Colts. Alec getting it correct. So now we move on to question number 2, which comes in the NBA. Who is the NBA's current commissioner? Also, just a side note, there's this timer in this top corner. That timer is not canon. That is simply to make sure I know how much time we're using. Like, for instance, it already passed 5 and I haven't counted down yet. But now I will. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Nico.
Please tell me they gave Phil Jackson a promotion.
And Alec.
Not quite. It's Adam Silver.
Yes, Phil Jackson, currently unemployed when it comes to basketball, I believe. Adam Silver is the correct answer.
Pittsburgh doesn't have a basketball team. We have no reason to care.
It's true. All right. Question number 3, which comes in the category of MLB or Major League Baseball. Which team currently plays at PNC Park? PNC, those are 3 letters. They obviously mean something. What they mean, I do not know. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Alec.
I really do hate these park name questions. I went with the Cincinnati Reds.
And Nico.
If I got this wrong, I would have had to leave town. It's my Pittsburgh Pirates.
That's right. I had to throw in a couple Pittsburgh questions for this match just for you, Nico. The Pittsburgh Pirates is correct. Nico finally getting on the board, and Alec unfortunately losing out on a perfect round. But that's okay. Question number 4 comes in the category of the NHL. Who currently wears number 8 for the Washington Capitals? Or as I like to say, name a person on the Capitals. You have a 1 in 25 shot.
Don't get my strategy, right?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Nico.
That would be a guy who doesn't have all his teeth.
And Alec.
We had to check on that one. I went with Alex Ovechkin.
Alec is correct. Nico, I have not actually physically seen the inside of his mouth, so I cannot tell you if Ovechkin has all of his teeth. I would bet not, but I am not a betting man. Alec taking the 3-1 lead as we move on to question number 7, which comes in the category of the UFC, which is Alec's strength. And the question is, who defeated Conor McGregor by TKO at UFC 257? This also might have been something that happened recently. Not to date this, but it happens.
One that I called this happening.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Alec.
That's Diamond Dustin Poirier.
And Nico.
I knew I was forgetting an I. Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
I don't know if he is the Diamond, but I will accept it, Nico. That is correct.
I hate the placement of nicknames in the UFC, so.
Yes. All right. Question number 6 comes in the category of the WSOF/PFL, which is Nico's strength. If you're asking yourself, Jacob, what does that mean? Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. Formerly the World Series of Fighting, what does the abbreviation PFL stand for? Nico, I'm not going to lie. When you said this was your strength, I'm like, I have no idea what this is. But I will find out just for you.
I needed more MMA questions
4,
in this.
2, 1. Pens down, Nico. Tell us what it means.
It means the Professional Fighters League.
And Alec.
Off by a suffix, a professional fighting league.
Ooh, unfortunately, we cannot accept Professional Fighting League. It is the Professional Fighters League. Nico getting that question right. Going into question number 7. And again, since this is a for fun, for charity, I threw in a couple fun categories, including the category for question number 7, which comes in the category of Penn State.
Still, we'll probably get this wrong.
What Penn State football coach has the record for most wins in the FBS with 409 wins? I still kind of cry to this day with the passing of this man because he was a great guy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shut your mouth, Alec. Alec, what is your answer?
I hope this is his first name. Was it Joe Paterno?
And Nico.
Joe Paterno.
Y'all are both correct.
Oh, thank God.
Joe Paterno is the correct answer. Going on to question number 8, which is another one of those fun categories. Famous Nittany Lions. Penn State has had several of their players move on to the NFL, including Franco Harris, Larry Johnson, and Saquon Barkley, who all play what position? Or also have played, because some of these players do not play anymore. Nico, this is clarification for you so you don't challenge this.
You'd think I'd know what
5,
their positions were.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. You have a 1 in 25 shot again. Nico, what do you have?
I went with running back.
And Alec.
Good job. It is the running back.
Running back is correct. I would have also accepted halfback because they are the same thing. All right, going on to question number 9, which comes in the category of NCAA football. Who is the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide? Spoiler alert, he's been coaching for a little bit, and he wins a lot.
The championship has actually been called This Man's Invitational.
It's true. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Alec.
Old Saint Nick Saban.
And Nico.
Somebody with all of their teeth.
Again, I have no idea how accurate that is because I have not seen his mouth ever, but I cannot give that to you, unfortunately. Nick Saban is the correct answer. And as we move on to the final question in round number 1, which comes in the category of NCAA basketball. What school has won the most basketball national championships with 11? Fun fact, almost all of these came in the 80s. So it's great how one good decade makes you the greatest basketball dynasty, as a lot of people say. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Nico.
I went with Michigan State.
And Alec.
I went Duke.
Both incorrect. The correct answer is UCLA. Or the University of California, Los Angeles, if you want to get there. The Bruins.
Yeah.
As we move on to round number 2, which is everyone's favorite wheel round, as I get this lovely blue, white, and silver kind of Penn State wheel. The way round number 2 works, each competitor will spin this wheel. If they do not like where it lands on the first time, they will get one free respin. But if they do, they're stuck with the second spin. There's also spinners at opponent's choice. If it lands on that, you are stuck with both of those as well. Each category is going to have 5 questions, all ranging 2 points apiece. If you do not know the answer, you don't think you know the answer, you just want to waste time, ask for multiple choice. It will devalue it to 1, but I will give you 4 different answers. I can guarantee you one of those is the correct answer. So with that, our categories today are NFL, NBA, MLB, and NHL, which of course are the 4 that will always be on the wheel. And then I have 3 extra ones: the UFC, which is Alec's strength, the WSOF/PFL, which is Nico's strength, and of course, my new favorite category, Penn State. Like I did say earlier, there is spinners and opponent's choice on there. So with that, Alec, you are currently in the lead, 7-5. Would you like to spin first or spin second?
I'm going to go ahead and defer.
You're going to go ahead and defer. So Nico, are you ready to spin that wheel?
You spun it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I know. I was waiting for you to say, no, you are not ready. And it lands on, so close, Major League Baseball. I realize that I spoiled that because it hasn't quite popped up yet. I'm a bad host. Nico, would you like to keep Major League Baseball or spin again?
With all due respect to my Pittsburgh Pirates, I must spin again.
Okay. I mean, there's a Pittsburgh team there, so you might get something, but it is what it is. Spinning again as it lands on...
Stay.
Spinner's choice. Would you like for me to reread those categories for you?
Nah, give me the UFC, please.
Going with UFC as I scroll down to that category. As a reminder, I will read you a question. If you do not know the answer, you do have the option for multiple choice. So with that, your first question in the UFC is UFC's first 5-round non-title match main event. I'm going to repeat that one. Sorry about that. UFC's first 5-round non-title main event took place at what event?
Yeah, give me multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, UFC 133, B, UFC 135, C, UFC 136, or D, UFC 138.
I think it was A.
A, UFC 133 is incorrect. So with that, Alec, your chance for a 1-point steal. I'll go ahead and repeat the entire thing. UFC's first 5-round non-title main event took place at what event? A, UFC 133, B, UFC 135, C, UFC 136, or D, UFC 138.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with C, 136.
C, UFC 136 is also incorrect. The correct answer was D, UFC 138.
Can you remind me what the main event was?
I would have to look it up, but yes, I can.
I like those. I like those choices.
Thank you.
Being all over the place instead of being 133, 134, 135, or 136, as they normally are.
The main event was Chris Laban and Mark Munoz in the middleweight. Just so you know.
I forgot about that fight.
Yes. All right. Question number 2. Who is Jan Blachowicz set to defend his title against at UFC 259?
Oh, that would be your favorite fighter, Israel Adesanya.
I can confirm that Israel Adesanya is my favorite fighter. And yes, that is correct. Question number 3. Who has the most championship reigns in the UFC?
So, championship reigns as in most titles, most world titles. That would be Randy Couture with 5. Technically 6 if you count the interim title.
I'm not going to count the exact number. Randy Couture is correct for another 2 points. Question number 4. Although not entirely correct, what 4-word phrase did the UFC use as a marketing strategy during the early 90s?
4 words? Huh. Multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice options are A, there are no rules, B, War of the Worlds, C, wrestling and boxing mixed, or D, this is real shit.
D is just funny, but I think the correct answer is B.
B, War of the Worlds is incorrect. Alec, I'm going to go ahead and repeat the entirety for you. Although not entirely correct, what 4-word phrase did the UFC use as a marketing strategy during the early 90s? A, there are no rules. B, War of the Worlds. C, wrestling and boxing mixed. Or D, this is real shit.
That I would want to pick D, but because of that first part of the question, I'm going to go with A.
A, there are no rules is correct for 1 point. War of the Worlds is the name of the tournament that they used to open up the first UFC event. And then this is real shit is something I made up. So it was not real.
It's pretty good.
I kept thinking of one of their more recent slogans, which was as real as it gets, but that's 5 words.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. And your final question in the category of the UFC. Who did Zhang Whaley defeat in 2019 to become the new women's strawweight champion?
Jessica Andrade.
I have no idea how you actually pronounce her last name. It
It's
looks like Andrade, which is a professional wrestler for the WWE. But
Brazilians have weird
yeah.
pronunciations.
yeah, I'll give it to you for 2 points. Fun fact, Joanna Jędrzejczyk was not one of those options, even though she is one of the only female boxers I know. So with that, Nico having a great round, going up to 11, and Alec being able to capitalize on a steal is at 8. So with that, as I go to share my screen again, Chrome tab will decide share. And Alec, are you ready to spin the wheel?
Doesn't matter.
After you said that, no, I guess not. I was going to let you tell me you were ready, but...
The one time?
Yeah. And it lands on...
Same questions.
The UFC, it's going to pop up here in a second.
I'll
My
take the same
computer is slow ass balls. I'm sorry. I'm going to do that one of these days. Have enough questions to be asked twice, just so someone can say, "I want the same exact questions." I'm like, no, you're going to get these different questions.
Oh, you lucky punk!
Oh, it lands on Spinner's Choice. So, Alec, what do you want me to reread the categories for you?
No, I'm going to go ahead and do NFL.
Alec going with the NFL. All right. So, Alec, your first question in the NFL. What Hall of Fame linebacker scored an NFL record with 7 sacks in one game?
Is that Derek Johnson?
Derek Johnson is incorrect. Nico, I'm going to ask you the question again. What Hall of Fame linebacker scored an NFL record with 7 sacks in one game?
Do you really think I know who the linebackers are or have been in football history?
I wasn't going to say it, but...
I'm scared to even say anything just because of how stupid people will think I am once I say it. Screw it. Terry Bradshaw.
Terry Bradshaw was, in fact, a quarterback, but you did name an NFL player. Alec, you're going to kick yourself. The correct answer is Derek Thomas.
Of course it is.
Yes. All right, your second question. Who is the only head coach to win 3 Super Bowls, all with 3 different quarterbacks?
That's a good question. I'm going to go multiple choice on that one.
Your multiple choice options are A, Bill Walsh, B, Joe Gibbs, C, Bill Parcells, or D, Mike Ditka?
I'm going to go, so the Bears didn't win a lot of championships. I'm going to go Bill Walsh.
Bill Walsh is incorrect. Nico, I'm going to go and repeat it all for you. Who is the only head coach to win 3 Super Bowls, all with 3 different quarterbacks? A, Bill Walsh, B, Joe Gibbs, C, Bill Parcells, or D, Mike Ditka?
I'm going to say Mike Ditka.
Mike Ditka is incorrect. We were looking for Joe Gibbs.
Okay, as long as it wasn't Parcells. That was my other guess.
Yes. All right, your third question. Who was the NFL MVP for the 2018 season?
Patrick Mahomes.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, your fourth question. In 1929, Cardinals running back Ernie Nevers scored an NFL record 6 rushing touchdowns in one game. That record stood for about 91 years until the 2020 season. This Pro Bowl running back tied it. Who was that running back?
That was Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry is incorrect. Nico, in 1929, Cardinals running back Ernie Nevers scored an NFL record 6 rushing touchdowns in one game. That record stood for about 91 years until the 2020 season, where this Pro Bowl running back tied the record. Who was that running back?
Why do I have a feeling that whoever the answer is, I benched him by accident during my fantasy season this year?
Five, 4, 3, 2,
Don't have
1.
it. No.
Alec, I'm going to give you a second chance for no points because you look like you know who it is.
Is it Nick Chubb?
Oh, my goodness. No, it's not.
Okay.
Alvin Kamara for the Saints.
Oh, he wasn't on my team, so never mind.
Yes. Yes. Fun fact, I was playing against him, someone with him on the team, and they benched him this week. I am so glad that happened. All right, and Alec, your final question in the NFL. What is the highest scoring Super Bowl game to date?
I'm gonna go multiple choice on this one.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Super Bowl 27, B, Super Bowl 29, C, Super Bowl 37, or D, Super Bowl 52.
I was already thinking it, so I'll go 52.
A man after my own heart. The best Super Bowl ever. Unfortunately, is incorrect.
It's close.
Nico, what is the highest scoring Super Bowl game to date? Is it A, Super Bowl 27, B, Super Bowl 29, C, Super Bowl 37, or D, Super Bowl 52?
I'm not confident, but I'm going to say 37.
Super Bowl 37 is incorrect. The correct answer was Super Bowl 29.
Who played?
I am looking that up right now.
I feel like the Patriots Eagles game was close. I know that was the most yards by
Yes.
back with Tom Brady, at least. 49ers Chargers, Jonathan said.
Yeah, it was. I saw the 49ers. I couldn't see who they played against, but yeah, that's correct. The Chargers. So with that, we currently have Nico with the lead, 11 to Alec's 10. As we move on to round number 3, which round number 3 is my personal favorite round. It is the championship round. No, this does not mean this is only in championship matches. This is in every match. The way it works is I have 5 questions for you. Each question, I'm going to name a championship match, and you need to tell me who was the winner, who was the loser, and who was the MVP. Alec is doing a great job of it right now. I need physically who won, who lost, and who is the MVP. So if you want to put winner dash, write your answer, loser dash, answer, and MVP dash your answer, that is perfect. The greatest example of it, since I am repping the Mavericks hat today, if I say the 2011 NBA Finals, I want the Dallas Mavericks beat the Miami Heat, and the MVP was the GOAT himself, Dirk Nowitzki. No, I do not require you to spell the name properly. This is also a prime example of when I say 2011 NBA Finals, I mean the finals that happened in 2011. It was the 2010 to 2011 season, but the championship took place in 2011. So with that, we will go ahead and get started with question number 1, and you get 1 point each for each one you get right. And you can get anywhere from 0 to 3, so it's not you have to get all of them correct. You can get 1. I don't care. So your first question in the category of the NFL, and your championship is Super Bowl 50. Super Bowl 50. Who won? Who lost?
Oh, no.
Who was the MVP?
I looked this up before we did this. Damn it.
This was a very big Super Bowl too. A lot of celebration. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Alec.
I have 51. I can't think of 50, but I went Patriots, Seahawks, Tom Brady.
And Nico.
I put the Patriots, ran out of time on the others.
Thankfully, you are both incorrect. The correct answer, the Denver Broncos beat the Carolina Panthers in Peyton Manning's last game, but he was not the MVP. It was Von Miller.
Yep.
Your second question comes in the category of NBA, and it is the 2012 NBA Finals. I need to know who won it, who lost it, and the overall series MVP. This was the year after my favorite NBA Finals, as you can tell, because my team won it the year before. So who won it the year afterwards? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Nico.
The lack of attention I pay to regular sports is really showing here. Miami Heat beat Boston Celtics, and LeBron James was the MVP.
Nico, I don't know how to tell you this, but it's physically impossible for the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics to play in an NBA Finals.
Like I said, I'm showing how little I know.
But at least you named 2 teams, got the correct city and mascot, and named a player. Alec.
So I believe this is the one after the Heat, the Thunder, and LeBron James.
Nico, I'm actually extremely proud of you because you got 2 correct. Alec getting all 3. It was the Heat beating the Thunder, and LeBron James finally won his first NBA Finals. All right. Your third question comes in Major League Baseball. 2004 World Series. Who won it? Who lost it? And who is the series MVP? Yes, I'm sorry. I'm going to make you have to think back to several years. But all I will say is this was a historic World Series. I don't care if that was a hint. This is all for fun. Sue me. I don't care. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Alec.
I went Red Sox, Cardinals, David Ortiz.
And Nico.
So I might have mixed this up with 2005 because I tried to look this up before the game. Chicago White Sox beat the Detroit Tigers, and I didn't have an MVP.
Nico, unfortunately, getting all 3 incorrect. Alec almost getting the clean sweep. The Red Sox beat the Cardinals, but it was Manny Ramirez was the MVP. It's okay. I thought it was Big Papi too.
The 2005 is unfortunately when my Houston Astros got swept by the Chicago Bulls.
All right. Question number 4 comes in NHL, and your championship is the 2020 Stanley Cup. The Stanley Cup that just happened.
Oh, crap. Oh, I might be thinking of the wrong year. Screw it. Just going to go for it.
Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Nico.
I think this might actually be 2018, but I couldn't think of anything else. So Capitals beat the Golden Knights. No MVP.
And Alec.
I believe it was the Stars beat the Blues, and I just put a white guy.
That's it. That's it.
That is not it. Alec thinking of the year before. The 2020, the one that just happened. The Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Dallas Stars, and Victor Hedman was the series MVP.
Darn it.
As we move on to the final question in the championship round, and this one is an oldie but a goodie, comes in NCAA football. And your championship is the 1987 Fiesta Bowl, which was the national championship that year. This also being the 1986 season, the championship happened in 1987. Who won it? Who lost it? Who was the MVP? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Alec.
This isn't right, but I went Penn State's the winner, Penn State was the loser, and Charity is the MVP.
And Nico.
I was actually of a similar mindset, but I was thinking like you went back to our biggest rival. Penn State beat University of Pittsburgh, and I had no idea who the MVP was.
I am so glad y'all understood why I put this game in this question, because Penn State did in fact win this game, both getting 1 point. The loser was the Miami Hurricanes, and there were 2 MVPs because college does an offensive and a defensive. So I would have accepted either DJ Dozier, who is another running back, or Shane Conian, who is on defense. I don't remember exactly where he is on defense, but all right. So with that, at the end of round number 3, it's a tight one. It is currently Alec in the lead with 16, and Nico gnashing at his heels like the annoying chihuahua he is with 14. 2-point game as we move on to round number 4. Which is, I don't have a cool name to call this one, but the way round 4 works is I'm going to bring back this lovely wheel, except I'm going to make a quick change to it. You're going to say, Jacob, what change are you doing? As you can see, I am removing opponents and spinner's choice, but you are going to have these same exact categories. I'm going to ask each competitor 3 questions, a 2-point question, a 3-point question, and a 5-point question. The way we determine what question you get is we're going to spin the wheel. You do get 1 free respin to use in any of your 3 questions. However, if you use it in your 2-point question, you cannot use it in your 3 or 5. You are stuck with whatever it lands on. So use it wisely, but use it for whatever you need to use it for. So with that, because Nico is currently down by 2 points, you hit any of these questions and you move it on. Nico, are you ready to spin for your 2-point question?
Is your computer ready to spin?
My computer is always ready to spin. It's just not always ready to land on a category. And it lands on the NHL. Would you like to keep that for 2 points or spin it again?
I'll keep this.
You will keep this one. And I'm going to go ahead and just keep the wheel up there because we're going to go back and forth. And I don't want to keep going back and forth as sharing, not sharing, all that fun stuff. So, Nico, for 2 points, name one of the 2 NHL teams that came into the league as an expansion team in 2000.
You asked this question, and I'm thinking of the Flint Tropics from that Will Ferrell movie, which is a basketball team, which is not a good sign for me in getting this question right.
5, 4. Remind you have all 4 repeats.
I'll use that first repeat, please.
Using one repeat right in the nick of time. Name one of the 2 NHL teams that came into the league as an expansion team in the year 2000.
Uh,
5.
I'll say the Dallas Stars.
The Dallas Stars is incorrect. We were looking for either the Columbus Blue Jackets or the Minnesota Wild. So with that, we will go ahead and spin the wheel again. This for your 3-point question. You get this one right, you actually take the lead instead of a tie. And it comes in the category of the NFL. Would you like to keep that or spin it again?
I feel like the 5-pointer might screw me over, so I'll just use the respin now.
Using the respin to spin away from the NFL.
Oh, that didn't help at all.
And it's going to land on the NBA. So, Nico, your 3-point question in the NBA. Which NBA team was the first organization to win 3 straight NBA championships?
The Chicago Bulls?
The Chicago Bulls is incorrect. The correct answer was the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh.
Very good guess, though. The Bulls would be up there. But we are moving on to your 5-point spin. And I hate to tell you this, but you are stuck with this one because you already used your respin as it lands on the NHL.
This game shouldn't even have gotten this far. I should have been knocked out in round 2.
You should have, but you weren't. So as we move on to your 5-point question, what NHL franchise holds the record for most consecutive Stanley playoff appearances? That was
playoffs. Playoffs, okay.
Five, 3, 2.
Repeat.
2 left. What NHL franchise holds the record for most consecutive Stanley Cup playoff appearances?
I'm just going to take a Hail Mary shot here and say the Canucks.
And your winner, Sinister Alec Miller. The correct answer was the Boston Bruins.
Shit, I thought of them and then figured, no, it's probably a Canadian team because it's early.
Very, very close, though. Nico, I'm sorry, but I am going to remove you as I talk to Alec, who the first competitor of TMG Sports to be sitting pretty at 2 wins. Alec, how are you feeling after that?
Not great, man. Like I was between 2 categories in round 2, and it was between either the NFL or the NBA. And I kind of wish I would have went NBA. I'll probably find out later if that's true or not, but I didn't do great in that second round. I'm very upset with myself. But at least, I was able to come back, take the lead, and not have to answer any round 4 questions. So I'll take it.
Which again is the exact reason I added that third round, the championship round, because you did not have the greatest of round twos. You got a great category, but unfortunately a little bit harder of questions, just because the NFL is so broad. And so it did end up biting a little bit, but you weren't out. You were able to manage that third round enough to get a lead, and then enough to actually get not have to worry about Nico. But the question I ask everybody, is there anyone that you're looking forward to taking on as you're going for win number 3? And that would pretty much put you in a championship match, I guess.
I know Robert Kastner would be a great play. He's fantastic. He really knows his stuff. Him or Russell, because I know Russell's also 1-0. So one of those guys would be great. I've already played Robert in Geek, and I know he's just as good at sports as he is Geek, so that would be a fun match, but Russell would be too. So either of those guys would be a great match.
Definitely. And really anyone that I put you up against, I'll have fun just laughing at y'all as I give you the hardest questions. As we move on to the unfortunate second place finisher, Nico, I don't know about you. I actually thought you were going to pull that one out. How are you feeling after that very close fight?
A little annoyed now that I didn't say Boston Bruins. They were the first team that came to mind, and then because Boston just finds its way in a million championship games in every sport they play. But then I figured, nah, it's hockey. It's probably a Canadian-based team. And then, lo and behold, should have gone with my first guess. It is what it is. I did not expect to get 14 points in this match. I thought I was going to, completely crap the bed and get humiliated and then never be allowed to show my face in Pittsburgh again for not knowing a single damn thing about sports. But lo and behold, everything worked out. The wheel still likes me enough to give me spinner's choice in round 2. I'm happy with this performance, even in a loss, because my expectations were so low going into this. And Alec played a great game. He's definitely worthy of the championship of this league. I'll come back and play when the next solar eclipse is, I guess. That's how often I play in sports that isn't solely MMA focused. It's just once in an astronomical phenomena. But any questions you got for me? Or should I just plug Trivia4THON3?
I was going to ask you if you wanted to play again, because we'd love to have you, but it looks like you already said that. So we'll see you in about 22 years once that happens. But yes, I'm definitely going to go and kick myself out. Plug the shit out of this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, this was the 7 o'clock match for Trivia4THON3. Hashtag Trivia4Thon, hashtag Trivia4THON3, hashtag Smash Cancer, hashtag FTK, hashtag We Are Penn State. The link is donate.thon.org/campaign/trivia, the number 4, THON, the number 3. We are raising money for the 4 Diamonds Pediatric Cancer Research Fund as part of Penn State's annual Thon event. The 4 Diamonds Fund covers the cost of children battling cancer over at Penn State Hershey Medical Center. We're doing this in tribute to my late father and to our good friend Kevin the Smasher Smets. My dad sadly did not win his fight, but Kevin is winning his, and we want to give some hope to the children at Hershey that they can win their fight as well. If we've raised $3,000 or more by midnight tonight, which is Valentine's Day, then if you were the highest individual donor, I will get a tattoo of your choosing. It's a stupid idea. Yes, it is, but I got to do whatever I got to do to get more donations. So I'm putting my body on the line here. The next match you will see on the card is over in Full Metal Trivia. It is a classic / random hybrid all MMA trivia questions. Alec Miller is one of the competitors in that match. So am I. Aaron J, Grant Gregory, Melissa Woody, and Richie Goodacre will all be there as well. Madi is going to be Malcolm's co-host, so stay tuned for that. Oh, by the way, because of this win here today, Alec Miller's name will now be entered into a random drawing to determine who will be the first challenger to the Trivia4THON Omniversal Championship. The first champion will be crowned at 10 p.m. tonight as part of this stream that you've been watching for the past several hours, be it on Twitch or on YouTube. So congratulations, Alec. Your name is now in the drawing to determine the first challenger. But that's all I really have to say. Go over to Full Metal or stay tuned on the Twitch stream for the next match. And I have a feeling Jacob has a graphic or like a video package planned to close us all out. Yay, we got this done in 1 hour.